Crawley around the world, helping all those children. She's been a marvellous Miss World. Will you please welcome Miss World 1986, Giselle Laronde. I've been waiting all year to do that. Giselle, what have been the highlights? There must be many.
Oh, well, I think every country I've visited has been a highlight to me, but I think what really was my climax through my whole year was my visit to El Salvador, where I got the opportunity to meet two ex-Miss Worlds, see some girls from my contest 1986, and to raise lots of money for the lovely children I met there.
So you all meet up like old friends. Tell me, what's going to happen now that you have to relinquish the crown?
Well, I intend to go back home and eventually study mass communications in a university.
Any advice, one word of advice for the new Miss World?
What I would like her to tell her is to be herself always and to extend as much love as she possibly can to all the children she meets everywhere.
Just as you've done. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Giselle Laronde. Will you now please...
Okay, so I told you guys, Brunch, A Taste of Tobago is so wonderful. It's a wonderful Friday. It's a wonderful day here at Comfort Inn and Suites. Now, I told you that I had a surprise for you. And I know that you stayed because you were wondering, okay, what is she going to do today? What is so different on Brunch of A Taste of Tobago today? So remember, Miss Tobago 2024 is upon us on Sunday, as a matter of fact. It takes place right here at Comfort Inn and Suites. But what are we doing if we're not talking about our pioneers, our trailblazers, those brave men and women who set the tone, set the pace, changed the history, light bulb moment in my head. Let's welcome to the brunch set Miss World 1986, Miss Giselle Laronde-West. Thank you so much for being a part of brunch today.
It's been so good coming over to Tobago this morning and knowing that I'm coming on to this program.
Yeah. And you know, one of the things that really got me, I spoke to so many of the delegates for the Miss Tobago 2024.
Good.
And everybody spoke so highly of you. You were like a mother figure,
Oh, that's nice.
you know, so encouraging, so supportive. Young ladies in this form of artistry, pageantry, you know, there are the stereotypes that are still there that need to be crushed.
Always.
And you know, the conversation needs to change, obviously. But for me, sitting here with you, I have to backtrack a bit, because in 1986, I remember so clearly, I would have been nothing but 5 years old at the time. No, we're not going there. No. I remember so vividly because my household was such a buzz. The neighborhood was such a buzz, and everyone was completely glued to their sets. Who didn't have a set, they were listening on the radio, and it was just a buzz. And I don't know if at 5 understand that this was creating history, we're creating history. So let's just backtrack a bit as to what did that feel like? Because it was like you were pioneering. You were an ambassador without even, you probably didn't even know the intensity of what was going on at the time.
Correct.
But what was that like in London, on stage, you and only you from this little Twin Island Republic? What was that like? Just take us back just a little bit.
If I were to summarize it in one word, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
At 23, I was a naive 23 to start, right? Coming from Marabella, not too sure exactly where this was going to take me. But I was there. I was representing my country. Was very happy to do that.
Yeah.
Very excited. Very excited. I remember getting to London. It was my birthday. And they actually did a cake for me, and all the girls were around me. It was just so much fun. Actually winning, that threw me in a total different tailspin. I was in shock, totally shocked that me, this little girl from Trinidad and Tobago, could actually come and, you know, win this competition among all these gorgeous women who have had so much experience, so much more than me, and seemed to me at the time so much more daunting and full of life, and also coming from well-off positions, different to
Yes.
where I come from. So that was the last thing I expected. When they called and they said that, when they mentioned that I had gotten the Queen of the Americas, I said, well, that's it for me. As far as I was concerned, I won.
Yeah.
Right? I got what I came here for. I achieved something. Trinidad and Tobago must be proud.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went on and they said that Miss Trinidad and Tobago was Miss World. Girl, I choked up and I said, oh my God, I could not believe it. And then from then on, it was, okay, this is a reality. I needed to call home. I needed to talk to somebody from home. You know, it was so exciting, such an exciting moment that I try not to live it too often, because, of course, it's been 38, almost 39 years now. It's great when people remind me and bring it back, and you know, the memory is wonderful because, of course, in that moment you think of country. You don't even think, oh my God, I won. You think, oh my goodness, Trinidad and Tobago just won.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that people in Trinidad felt that way as well. They said, oh my God, Trinidad and Tobago has done it again.
I know my parents were glued.
Yeah, and I have to say again, because Trinidad has achieved so much over
I know.
all these years. I mean,
Yes.
I am minute in terms of the trailblazing that people of Trinidad and Tobago have done, you know?
Definitely.
So I remember calling my mom when I went up to the hotel room, and she's telling me, everybody's in my yard.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's coming over, screaming in the streets, and, you know, honking horns on the street, all sorts of things. And then when I spoke to people later on in other years, they were saying, you know, some people were in Hong Kong, and who was in Ireland and London, and telling me about what they experienced when I won. So to know, to just to explain how important it is as a young woman going up to represent the country, it's not just about representing self, it's representing all the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes,
you know?
definitely.
And when you actually achieve it, to know the appreciation, that makes all the difference.
I think so. And, you know, I would have spoken to some of these wonderful delegates. And
they're lovely.
Lovely
Such
and
lovely.
very, very, there's a discernment that they have, that they know what they want to do, what they want to accomplish and achieve. I don't think I was that sure of myself at that age.
I certainly was at 23.
Yeah,
Wasn't at 23
I
when
wasn't.
I went
I
up.
wasn't that sure. I just knew that I loved art and culture, and I wanted to just do that. But in terms of what I wanted to do, how I wanted to impact my community and my island, I had no idea what that was at that age. So I was taken aback, because every single one of them that came on to the show, they knew what they wanted. They knew what they wanted to fight for or be passionate about.
Yeah, well, it's a different time, remember?
Yeah.
You know, the young women these days are a lot more mature. They're advanced in a lot of things that they're already started doing from age 16. They know what they want.
Exactly.
You know, so it wasn't a surprise for me to come here and listen to them speak and hear what they want to do and all that, you know. So my part really was just to groom and to make sure that they were doing it in the right way and saying the right things, and really working on their diction and their delivery and you know, their presentation style and that kind of thing.
Definitely.
You know, to me that was the important part. But in terms of them knowing what they want and the good that they've been doing already and plan to do, that was there. So it was just to mold
it.
To mold. And that's the essence of Miss World. You know, it's not just a beauty pageant. It's beauty with a purpose, as we always say.
Yes, it is.
The purpose being developing young women, one, to be the best they could be, and also developing them to look forward to working with the community, working with other people, understanding that it's not about self.
Yes.
It's about everybody else around you, you know, and where you can impact and impart and assist. That's your modus. That's what you need to focus on.
Definitely. And you know, sociology and communications, those are like your babies. BA, you name it, London, University of the West Indies, executive positioning. Let's just talk briefly about that. I always said if I got the chance to speak with you, I would ask you this. Being an executive in the space, in the time, with male counterparts, what was that like for you? How did you experience any type of discrimination or any type of behavior that would not be in keeping with what we see as respectful
Right.
to you as a female leader?
I must say I never had anybody who, maybe one one person who was really disrespectful, but generally in my 30 odd years or more of working, I have not found men to be overly disrespectful in the workplace to me.
Okay.
Generally, actually not outside either. Most people, most men, if they come to me, would be a case of, oh, you're so lovely, nice to meet you, da, 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 wanting to kiss, wanting to hug, that kind of thing, which is a
Right.
Trini thing, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of fall into it. And I think over the years, I've been able to understand and handle it. So I know when to push off. I know when they're coming on too strong. I know how to, and you learn it over the years.
Yes,
As
you
a
learn to
woman
pick
as
your
well.
battles.
Yeah, as a
Yeah.
woman as well as in my position. As an executive in the workplace, of course, women are never equal. They still aren't, no matter how much we've tried.
This is true.
There are women who have broken the ceiling, which is brilliant. But even breaking the glass ceiling, there are still challenges as a
Yeah.
woman. You always seem to have to go that extra mile. We're certainly not paid the same still as men, and but I have seen it developed over the years.
Yeah,
I have
and the
seen
narrative
from the
changed.
from the time I started working at, let's say the Hilton, things have definitely changed drastically to
Yes.
now. Just having come out of working with Caribbean Airlines, you see the position of women in the business place now,
Right.
sometimes even higher than some of the men. Certainly in the executive positions, sometimes the most crucial, well, not crucial, the most important positions are still held by the men.
Yeah.
But I feel that if women hold their own, they stay true to themselves, they understand and respect themselves first, then they will be able to command the respect from others,
Yeah,
and certainly from men as well.
And there's a gap that I think needs to be bridged as well. There's an understanding that we have to have for one another. The female dynamic is never on an equal footing as the male dynamic.
Yes.
And I think we need to have more of a human aspect, which we're losing
Yes.
so rapidly.
But I also want to point out the fact that sometimes there are some women who get so caught up in wanting to be better than men, wanting to take the positions that the men have.
Yeah.
But they also forget their femininity. They also forget their worth as a mother, as a wife, as a partner,
Yeah.
their worth and importance in those roles that it's arguable was created for us in the first place by God,
Yes.
right? Or our
exactly.
creator. And that was developed and that we learned in the very early stages of womanhood, right? So I feel personally there needs to be a balance.
Yes,
you
there
know?
definitely needs
And
to
so
be that.
it's important for us, yes, to achieve and to break all those stereotypes and all of that, but not losing self and not wanting to become dominant and domineering and making the same mistakes that men make.
Yeah, basically.
all the time. So I feel that there needs to be a really good balance, and I feel there needs to be camaraderie between the men and women in work. I think that's the
Yes.
only way that we can successfully achieve. And I feel some companies have been able to do it well.
I think so.
Yeah.
And your involvement in the Miss Tobago pageant 2024. Oh my gosh. What was that journey like for you?
was
I mean,
lovely.
it's still going on.
Yes, it's still going on. It was lovely. Like I said, it was great to come here and meet the young ladies and realize that there are young ladies here who want the same things that young ladies want in Trinidad and in any other part of the world, right?
Of course.
So it was great to be able to be part of this journey and to be able to add my value to their experience. It was lovely. I came over every Friday for at least a couple of months, and I enjoyed the interaction with them. I learned each of them a little bit, got to know each of them a little bit better. And as they may have said, I wasn't just rigid in terms of what I'm doing with them. You have to do this, have to do that. but I wanted to get to know them better, you know, and I
Right.
felt that the journey for me too was very rewarding.
You know what? I could talk to you all day, but let me just take a break. All right, we're
Sure.
gonna be right back, right back, right back, right back, right back, right back. You know what? Actually, let me go to the trivia question. I think that I need to revisit that trivia question. All right, so in 1986, Trinidad and Tobago won the Miss World title. The crown came back to our Twin Island Republic, and we are still, most of us, I know I am, celebrating that even to this day. Who was the esteemed winner of that coveted title? Now, for those of you who are watching, if you were paying attention, you would have gotten the answer by now. So the answer is Mrs. Giselle Laronde-West. And of course, she's here today, and we thank her so much for being a part of Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. We want to say thank you to the delegates of Miss Tobago 2024. And of course, I'm just going to wrap right here. I'm going to tell you peace, love, blessings. And I'm going to take a break. And we're going to be right back with more Brunch, a Taste of Tobago. See you guys soon. Tobago. And you know, guys, I told you we are going to meet the delegates, these wonderful ladies who are creating history in the space in Tobago, in Trinidad, and of course the rest of the world. So I'm going to take the time just briefly to speak to some of our delegates. First, let's welcome Miss Speyside 2024. Hello, and how are you?
Good afternoon. I'm doing so good, thank you.
Tell me one of the things that you have grown from since entering this competition.
I have grown in the area of accepting criticism. You know, I am a sort of timid person. You know, I like to be laid back, but in this competition, I'm really able to come out of my shell and just shine my light and be unapologetic about that.
And I love the way you said shine your light, and we definitely wish you all the best in the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Speyside, Tobago. And next, we are going to welcome Miss Newgrange. Miss Newgrange, tell me, what has your experience been so far since entering the pageant?
Since entering the pageant, the experience has far gone past my expectations, and I enjoy every part of it. The delegates, Miss Laronde-West, Mr. Christopher Nathan, I enjoy every part of it, and I am very happy that I took the opportunity.
And we wish you the best of luck. Miss Newgrange, Tobago, ladies and gentlemen. Next, Miss Mountgrace. Oh, I feel like I have to look up at you. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks, and you?
I am so good, and I'm so happy to see you. Tell me, what has your experience been like so far since entering the pageant?
So far, it's been a great experience. I met a lot of lovely people along the way, and it's a new experience for me, but I've been enjoying it, and I have no regrets at all.
And we wish you so much blessings and good luck to you in the pageant. You're most welcomed. Next, Miss Bonacord. Good morning, and how are you?
Good morning, I'm fine, and you?
I am so well. I'm so blessed that you're here. Tell me, what has your experience been like since entering the pageant?
Well, with my 1 month of training, it has helped tremendously with my personal growth, my communication skills, and the way that I walk, which helps me to say I am very confident about this pageant.
And you said it so well. Thank you so much, and good luck to you. Miss Bonacord, everybody. Next, we have Miss Mason Hall, and I feel like I have to look up at so many of you. You guys are so tall. Tell me, how was your experience since entering the pageant?
Since entering this pageant, my experience has been great, especially being able to better myself in different aspects, such as my posture, the way I care about myself in public, and my public speaking.
And you definitely carry it well, and we want to wish you so much blessings and good luck to you in the pageant. Miss Mason Hall 2024. Next up, we have Miss Blackrock. How are you today?
I am good, how are you?
I am so good. I'm so thankful that you guys are here. Tell me, what has your experience been like since entering the pageant?
My experience has been
very much amazing since I entered this pageant, and I wish to continue this further on as in within Miss Universe and Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
And I love.
Thank you.
I put the mic back so she could say thank you. And we wish you so much blessings and so much love and light, and best of luck to you in the competition. Yeah? Miss Mason Hall. Miss Golden Lane 2024. How are you today?
I am great. Thank you very much for asking.
You are most welcomed. And tell me, what has your experience been like since entering the pageant?
My experience has been one that required growth. It allowed me the opportunity to become a better young woman, to develop myself, and by extension, I'll be an asset to my community.
And you say that so well, and we wish you blessings and good luck in the competition. You're most welcome, Miss Golden Lane, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we welcome, I have to look up, Miss Plymouth 2024. How are you today, my darling?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. I'm actually happy that you guys are here. I want to know, what has your experience been like since entering the pageant?
It's one that was new, but as I continue with the training, it's one I realized I needed. It helped me with deportment, it helped me break out of my reserve shell, and I feel like I'll be able to show my personal development in the competition going forward.
And you say it so well, and we thank you so much. Thank you guys, you're so brave. Miss Plymouth 2024, best of luck to you. And next we have Miss Scarborough. How are you today?
I'm good.
How has your experience been thus far since entering the competition?
My experience, it was good, it was great. I had a lot of extensive training with Christopher, Miss Giselle, and Miss Reese, and all of that helped. And also I had a lot of self-improvement throughout this process, and the experience was great.
And I love the fact that you had self-improvement, and we thank you, and blessings to each and every one of you. Best of luck in the competition. Miss Scarborough, ladies and gentlemen. Next we have Miss Edville. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am so good. I'm so blessed. I'm not even gonna complain. How has it been for you since entering the competition?
It have been really well since I've entered this competition. My confidence have grown. My self-improvement have grown tremendously. And I'm here to win it all.
And she said it so well. I'm loving the confidence, and best of luck to you in the competition. Yes, 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 yes. And of course, our wonderful, you go in the middle. Our wonderful team of Cocoa Velvet International, Making Style Tobago. Oh my gosh, I call his name so many times. You guys know it by heart. Mr. Christopher Nathan, and of course, Mrs. Giselle Laronde-West, Miss World 1986, mentoring and having such an impact on the lives of these young women. And please do not forget to be a part of our preliminary round, which takes place on Sunday 21st right here at Comfort Inn and Suites. So from our family to yours, we wish you peace, love and light, and that is it for Brunch, a taste of Tobago. See you next time, guys. Bye bye.